Hello and welcome. I'd like to invite you to a new world. My world is home. The first entry in the brand new children's series, My Far Out Life as a Middle School Author. It's written by me, Todd Michael Bejan, and illustrated by my good friend Cassia Tugwood. During this adventure, I'd like to take some time to read the story to you. I feel like it's a good book for age probably 8 to 14, but I feel even younger kids than that could get some value out of it. Older kids can get some value out of it. And amongst our many readers and test readers, and I thank you all for that, we've got a lot of positive feedbacks from parents, teachers, and others just out there doing their thing who find the message very wholesome, and the subtle questions that, go throughout the book are well written. It's received some positive reviews, and I'm looking forward to sharing it on this YouTube channel. Now, I'll start by reading a few chapters today, and then I'll continue on a later date. So this book is dedicated to Jesse, he's my son, and the message is never forget who you are. Chapter 1, Enveloped. There I sit, my mind filled with the ticking of the clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Once your mind focuses on it, it becomes hard not to focus on it. I could have sworn I was in deep thought before the ticks and the talks enveloped my mind. Enveloped. I learned that word just yesterday from a thesaurus. I've been expanding my vocabulary to make my writing more dynamic. That's right, dynamic. I feel smart. I'm smart enough that I could talk down to everyone in this room. I'm smart enough that I could skip ahead to the next grade. On vocabulary, anyway. Bike helmet. That's it. That's what I was thinking about before the talks and the ticks enveloped my mind. Shoot, did I just use the same impressively big word twice in a row? Mrs. Stahl would surely deduct points for the repetition. Repetition. That's also a pretty big word, I guess. Or not. Is it? Suddenly I feel dumb. Dumber than Cody Troy. He wouldn't use big words. Cody Troy can barely tie his own shoes or find his nose. We're not supposed to call him dumb. Mrs. Stahl says that it's insensitive. It's true, though. Even Cody Troy calls himself dumb. He encourages people to call him dumb. He owns it. Right, the bike helmet. Whew. The slick purple helmet with the flames on it. As soon as I saw it, I knew that I wanted it. I've been thinking about it ever since I saw it. Mom shooed the idea, but dropped a hint. My birthday, of course. Mom may think she's good, but I can see right through her when she drops a hint. She's not very good at keeping secrets. I'm getting the helmet for my birthday. I'm sure of it, I think. Unless I'm wrong? What if she doesn't get it? What if I read the hint wrong? No, I have to be right. My white helmet is gross and falling apart. I doubt that if I ever fall off my bike, it would protect me. I would hit my head and end up as dumb as Cody Troy. I shouldn't be too hard on him. Tick-tock, tick-tock. I hear the clock again, but this time it's coming in a bit clearer. Something's not right here. It's quiet. Too quiet. I feel as if several dozen eyes are suddenly watching me. Eyes are popping out through the leaves of the bushes, staring through pitch darkness as if trying to be noticed but not seen. There is one pair of eyes that catches my attention. I can't quite figure out why, but they stand out. There's something strange about them. The stillness in the air is tense. The wind is calm, but the ticking is like the metronome they use in music class. At first I was nervous about all the eyes gazing into my soul, but the ones that pull focus are hypnotizing. I feel as if they are locking me in so that everything staring at me can emerge from the bushes and gobble me up bit by bit, piece by piece. Maybe it will hurt, or maybe they will envelop me so quickly that I'll feel nothing at all. I will just stare at these hypnotic eyes as I peacefully fade away, and these staring eyes can return to where they belong, satisfied and no longer hungry, at least until the next victim stares deep into the eyes of something that is clearly trying to devour them. The sound of the ticking intensifies, and the wind blows harshly. I feel a chill down my back. I want to close my eyes, but I can't. I want to run, but there are eyes everywhere. There is no escape. There is nothing left to do but accept my fate. The glow of the eyes grows more intense. They blink once, then twice. As they open again, the color changes from egg white to a greenish yellow, and the pupils have stretched again across the eyeballs. I hear a snarl, and now it's too late. Chapter 2, The Chat. Well, I stare at the eyes directly staring into my soul, my teacher's eyes. The eyes of my classmates surround me as if I'm famous. I hate everyone so much right now and I'm not sure why. I have to be mad at someone, right? My cheeks feel like they're on fire. These eyes aren't scary, they're impatient. I asked you a question, Mrs. Stahl says in her whiny, snarling tone. I've gone dark, and I've got nothing nice to say. Not about anyone. I look around. I look at my table mates, and then over at Cody Troy. Nobody's helping me out right now. Maybe it was a tough question, or maybe it was about vocabulary. I know a lot of big words, and I can read and write better than anyone in my class, I think. My last teacher told Mom that I can read well above grade level, but I lack comprehension skills. I don't know what comprehension means. Are we having trouble paying attention again? My mortal enemy of a teacher bellows. I search for several perfect responses, but based on how many questions exist in our universe, I'm probably not going to nail it. This always happens. The beginning of the week, forget about it. My brain is still warming up and I am completely checked out. We should be starting simple. I decided to go for something more productive. Can you repeat the question? I ask in a soft, sympathetic voice. Mrs. Stahl rolls her eyes. When I'm talking, you need to listen, she shouts in a loud, menacing tone. You and I are going to have a chat during recess. Chapter 3, Revenge of the Stalker. The room is dark. The reflections from the glass cast some light around me, but I still squint, trying to figure out where I am. More importantly, how do I escape? Footsteps draw close behind me. The monster is here. My worst nightmare has begun. What are we to do? Stalker snarls as her long, slithery tongue extends out of her mouth. The noose? The guillotine? No, too easy, too simple. I think I'll steal your soul or gobble you up right here. She laughs while her toxic breath fills my nostrils. Please, I stammer. My mouth feels like it's full of cotton. Are you trying to plead for your pathetic little life? Stalker spews out as she crouches beside me. I stare straight ahead as her face becomes level with mine. Her green, noodle-like hair casts a reflective glare in my eyes, like snakes. Maybe they are snakes. I'm not going to look. If you're going to eat me, I start nervously before pausing for a moment, please swallow me whole. It will hurt less. She cackles in her whiny, evil laugh. Her stench is overpowering. It smells like dry vinegar mixed with the chemicals Mom uses to clean the toilet. Her breath, it smells like my kitchen garbage can on a bad day. It's eye-watering. Sorry, but then you wouldn't be suffering enough, she says with a snicker while ooze drips off her pointed teeth and lands on my lap, burning holes through my pants. I'm going to eat you bit by bit by bit, piece by piece by piece. I continue to stare straight ahead, only catching glimpses of her terrifying form in the corner of my eye. I focus on the wall, trying to keep a hold of myself. She could smell fear, and I'm sure I reek of it. I try to beg for my life again, but the cotton in my mouth is back. Look at me, she screams as ooze drips to the floor. I separate my legs to avoid her acidic spit landing on my lap again. Look at me, she yells louder, her voice now deepened with a demonic tone. She emits a high-pitched noise like that of a threatening movie monster. I grasp my ears, but her cold, wet, slimy hands pull them away. I'm terrified, but I can also tell she's panicking. I'm winning. If I don't look at her, she can't have me. Her grip on my arms grows tighter as her green, crusty claws dig into my skin. I'll tell you one last time. Look at me, she says softly, still in a demonic tone of voice. I stand my ground. I stare ahead, fearless, or so it seems. I know it's a trap. It has to be a trap. I know that she needs my gazing eyes to fulfill her goal, to show her true form and devour me piece by piece. Wretched, contemptible human! I really wanted you, she says. The room brightens up as she walks away into the shadowy fog. I breathe a sigh of relief. Chapter 4. It's my time too. Are we clear? Mrs. Stahl asks, hovering over me with her hands on her waist. She looks kind of like a clucking chicken. This isn't the first time. I know there's only one answer, even if you didn't hear a word she said. I don't want to get roped into buying a small home or joining the dance club. I'm pretty sure that once you agree to something, it's illegal to back out. Still, she looks angry and is losing precious patience. I'll take my chances. I nod slowly. Yes, we are clear, I finally say. This is my time. This is my time too, you know, she lectures. I nod again. She's going for the guilt trip again. After all, it's her break too. Then again, it was her idea to have the stock in the first place, so I don't know what to tell her. At this point, she's just kind of wasting both of our time. I suppose I could mention that, but I don't think it would be helpful to my current situation. All right then, I'm writing a note to your mother in your agenda, she says with amusement. Now go out for recess. Chapter 5, Recess is my time. I adjust my hat, zip up my hoodie, and walk out the door. The scent of fresh air pours into my nostrils. The sunlight brightens my eyes and my day. It's beautiful. I've just escaped a near-death experience and found my way out of the dungeon. We may still be caged in the schoolyard, but it's a start. Hey, calls Cody Troy, trying to get my attention. He gestures his neck towards the basketball court where two of my classmates are waiting impatiently. Together, Cody and I lightly jog to that direction. Not many words need to be spoken. In fact, no words need to be spoken. This is an ongoing rivalry, and our arch rivals are impatiently waiting for us. First to 5. Chapter 6. And now I present to you Captain Awesome and Captain Spirit versus the Meanie and the Straw. After an epic victory of paper over rock, Captain Spirit is ready to go on the first out. His blue, lightweight suit matches my own, with electric lines going down the legs. Our caps contain moving stripes that flow consistently and look pretty cool, too. I've got my game face on. The large stadium is so full that several spectators are crowding the aisles. Many are even in the seats that are suspended in the air. Those seats are expensive, or so I've heard. I glance over at the crowd. The blue Captain Awesome and Captain Spirit signs are clearly dominating the tacky red, meanie, and straw signs. It's flattering, but I gotta keep my eye on the prize. Captain Spirit fires over the orb and I absorb it into my thin, black glove. I quickly zoom across the court, zipping the orb in circles around my waistline. Suddenly, the straw comes from behind me and steals the orb out of my possession. It flies through our glowing circle. One for them. I reach my gloved hand out as the orb comes flying back in my direction. I send it off towards Captain Spirit, but I wasn't paying enough attention to my surroundings. The meanie takes a cheap shot and flies in front of my comrade, stealing the orb and sniping it through our circle. Captain Spirit switches places with me and quickly sails the orb in my direction. In fact, he hurdles the orb so quickly that I lose control of it. After circling my body twice, it flies away. The straw takes new ownership and brings it over to our circle, but Captain Spirit is ready to defend. He intercepts the orb and thrusts it into my direction once again. I wind up 3 times and blaze the orb as fast as I can. It flies through the golden circle on the end of the bad guys. Oh yes. The straw sends the orb back into play without hesitation. The meanie is quick to bounce around and get a few strokes of luck as he flies around both myself and Captain Spirit. Before we know it, it's in our golden circle. This is not going well. I wipe the sweat from my forehead. Captain Spirit hustles through the air, through the arena. I fake out the straw and fire off the orb as far as my gloved hand can shake it, almost halfway down the enormous arena. Captain Spirit is ready, and he effortlessly puts it through the golden circle. The crowd goes wild! The meanie looks a little irritated. He puts the orb into play as he and the straw send it back and forth to one another. It looks like a lame dance routine. It's silly and a little funny, but it works. They evade us and send it through our circle. This is it. No more messing around. We can't let our fans down. Not now, not ever. Well, ever, I guess. Every time, I guess. At least they still root for us. Anyway, Captain Spirit places the orb into play. I float the orb around my waist, through my legs, over my head, underneath my rear end, and straight at my back. The meanie whizzes in front of me, almost knocking me over in the process. I blast the orb over in Captain Spirit's direction, but the straw is waiting for us. Before we know it, the first to 5 game is over. We weren't the first to 5 yet again. It's okay, though. Our fans still love us. Why? That's because we're the good guys, the underdogs. And that'll do it for today's reading. I highly recommend that you pick up your own copy of My World is Home. The second book, entitled Adults Ruin Everything, is complete and will be published hopefully later this year. I'll continue posting videos of some readings, and I might share some other stuff. So if you enjoy what you see, give us a little bit of attention. And if you're a book lover, a children's book lover, a child reading books, looking for books, our community is small, but we're looking to gain that support and make it big. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.